How about this? I'll say Christian Kirk will finish. I don't know where he's being drafted right now exactly, but I have him as like a top 25 wide receiver this year, maybe a top 20. He could be a guy that slips into the top 20 and could be like a really high end wide receiver 2 or even a low end wide receiver 1. And he is someone that I could definitely see just getting peppered with targets this year. Like, who else is there? You've got
he's being
Marvin
drafted
Jones.
On average, like wide receiver 39 or 40.
Yeah, give me that like 20 spots ahead, dude.
Yeah.
Like, what are the odds? He had 900 yards last year, and a couple touchdowns from the slot. What are the odds that he does better than that this year as the wide receiver 1 in that situation?
Here's a good way to.
I think it's kind of high. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah.
Marquez Callaway, wide receiver 38, finished last year.
Wow.
Right. There you go. Is that not proof of concept?
Yeah,
he was wide receiver 1, but he's not Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk is going to finish so much better than that, dude. He like literally half of the Doug Peterson offense is like heavily relies on kind of these RPOs and quicker passes. And in those reads, they kind of like focus on just one dude. And that one dude is going to be Christian Kirk like 90% of the time. And I think he's going to get good quarterback play. I think the Jaguars are going to be much improved. Trevor Lawrence is a good quarterback in my opinion. So I think he will be getting good quarterback play. He is in line for a pretty big amount of targets in that offense. And like overall, he's not even getting drafted at a point where it's a high risk signing. To me, like, yeah, he's a talented player in a really good situation. Like, maybe not a really good situation because it's still
here's the thing.
Even if the quarterback plays bad, who cares?
People looked at that contract and they said, "Oh, Christian Kirk is bad." That's the mentality they got into.
Right.
That's exactly what happened.
That overrated, overpaid player in Jacksonville. I don't want him. It's like, well, the Jacksonville people are looking at that like that's the guy we're giving. We need to justify that contract. So we're going to really make sure that he hits 1,000 yards this year, right? So I really think that he is going to be a centerpiece there. I think he's going to have a career year. Is he going to justify his contract? Probably not. Probably not. This is not what I'm saying. But
he doesn't have
to. Contract, is it going to look like, are the Jaguars going to try to make sure that maybe it doesn't look like the worst contract of all time? Yes, they will. So give me like Christian Kirk over some of these other guys that are getting drafted is like in the 30s. I really think who's
being drafted over him right now?
Let me go.
Probably some bums, but he's gonna. I think there's a real chance he finishes as a pretty high end wide receiver 2 this year, in my opinion.
I agree. Tyler Lockett, Brandon Ayuk, Hunter Renfrow, Bateman. I'm really high on his opportunity. I agree.
Hopkins is getting drafted over him. How many games is Hopkins supposed to miss?
Just 6. I don't blame anybody for taking Hopkins over